Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Podcast Zone. You're listening to episode 17, and today we've got a super practical and important topic for you: writing professional emails in English. I'm Alex, your host, and I'm joined by my co-host, Sophie. Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Alex. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited about today's topic because email writing is something almost everyone has to do, whether it's for work, school, business, or even applying for jobs. And honestly, a lot of learners struggle with writing emails that sound professional, polite, and natural in English.
Exactly. You know, Sophie, sometimes I get emails from learners and I can see they're trying really hard, but the email comes across as either too casual, too direct, or even a little confusing. And the thing is, in English, especially in business context, emails are not just about the information you're sending, but also about the tone, the structure, and the impression you give.
Yes, and today we're going to dive into all of that. We'll talk about why professional emails are important, the basic structure of a good email, common mistakes people make, and we'll even do some role plays. We'll show you examples of bad emails, then rewrite them together to make them clear, polite, and professional.
That's right. And the best part is we'll also give you phrases and templates you can copy, practice, and adapt for your own real-life situations. So if you've ever worried, am I sounding too rude, too informal, too long, this episode is definitely for you.
Okay, before we get technical, let me ask you, Alex, do you remember the first professional email you ever sent?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I think it was when I applied for my very first job as an intern. Honestly, Sophie, it was terrible. I didn't know how to format it, so I just wrote something like, "Hello, I want job. Please give me opportunity."
No way.
Yes, really. And of course, I never got a reply. At that time, I didn't understand that, in English, an email is not just about asking directly, it's about showing respect, being clear, and giving the right details in the right order.
That's such a great point, and I think a lot of our listeners will relate. Sometimes in other languages, it's okay to just be direct. Send me details, or I need this. But in English, if you send an email like that, it can come across as rude or unprofessional, even if you didn't mean it that way.
Exactly. So today, we're going to save you from the mistakes I made. By the end of this episode, you'll know how to write emails that actually get replies, impress your teachers, bosses, or colleagues, and make you sound confident and polite in English.
Let's start with the big question. Why do professional emails even matter? Can't we just write however we want as long as the meaning is clear?
Good question. And the short answer is no. Emails are more than just messages. They're like a reflection of your professionalism. Think of it this way. When someone receives your email, they don't see your face, they don't hear your voice, they don't know your body language. The only thing they have is your words on the screen.
Yes, that's so true. And that means your words are your identity in that moment. If your email is messy, unclear, or impolite, people might think you are careless, unorganized, or rude, even if you're not.
Exactly. But the good news is, if you learn to write professional emails, you can create a strong, positive impression. You'll come across as respectful, competent, and trustworthy. And in professional life, that can lead to better relationships, opportunities, and results.
Let me give a quick real-life example. A student of mine once told me that she applied for a scholarship. She had good grades, but she wasn't getting responses. Then we worked together on improving her email style, making her subject line clearer, using polite requests, and formatting it neatly. And guess what? A few weeks later, she got a reply and eventually won the scholarship.
That's amazing. And it shows that the way you communicate can sometimes be as important as your actual qualifications.
All right, let's get practical. Alex, what's the first thing we should teach about writing professional emails?
The first thing is structure is everything. A professional email usually follows a clear structure. If you follow this, you'll never go wrong. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1. Subject line. This is the title of your email. It should be short, clear, and specific. For example, bad, hi, bad, important, good, request for meeting on Project X, September 20. Good, application for marketing internship, Alex Johnson.
Yes, the subject line is like the headline of a news article. If it's too vague, people might ignore your email. But if it's clear, they'll open it right away. Step 2, greeting or salutation. You usually start with something like, Dear Mr. Smith, Dear Professor Johnson, Hello, Sophie, if it's a bit less formal.
Right. And a big mistake people make is just starting with no greeting. Imagine opening an email that just says, send me the report. That feels rude, right?
Definitely. Even a simple hello or dear name makes a huge difference. Step 3, opening line or reason for writing. This is where you politely explain why you're writing. For example, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to request information about. I am reaching out to ask if you could provide. I'm contacting you regarding. Step 4, main body. Details. This is the information you want to share, the request you're making, or the update you're giving. Step 5, closing line. Always end politely. For example, thank you for your time and assistance. I look forward to hearing from you. Please let me know if you need any further information. Step 6, signature. Always sign off with something like best regards, kind regards, sincerely, then your name and, if needed, your contact info.
Okay, Sophie, let's do a quick role play. I'll read a bad example of an email and you can help me fix it. Ready?
Let's do it.
Hi, send me the report. Thanks.
Oh dear, that's way too short, too direct, and it sounds rude. Let's improve it. Subject, request for monthly report, September. Dear Mr. Brown, I hope you're doing well. Could you please send me the September monthly report when you have a chance? Thank you very much for your help. Best regards, Alex.
Wow, that feels so much better. Same request, but now it's polite, clear, and professional.
Exactly. And that's the power of good structure and polite language.
All right, Sophie, we've looked at the basic structure of a professional email. But you know what? A lot of learners still make common mistakes, even if they know the structure.
Yes, and that's because sometimes people copy what they use in everyday messages, like texting or WhatsApp, and they try to use the same style in professional emails. But it doesn't work.
Let's go through some of the most common mistakes one by one so our listeners can avoid them. Mistake 1, overly casual language. Example, hey dude, what's up? Can you send me that file? This is fine for texting your friend, but not for your boss.
Exactly. A professional email doesn't have to be super formal, but it also shouldn't sound like a text message. Avoid slang, abbreviations like you instead of you, and emojis. Mistake 2, no subject line or a vague subject line. Example, hi or important. That tells the reader nothing. Mistake 3, writing too long without structure. Some people write one huge paragraph with no breaks. That's hard to read.
Yes, email should be short, clear, and easy to scan. Use paragraphs or bullet points if needed. Mistake 4, being too direct or impolite. Example, send me the file today. Instead, say, could you please send me the file by the end of today?
Mistake 5, forgetting to proofread. Typos, grammar mistakes, and missing attachments make you look careless.
I can't tell you how many times I've received an email saying, please see attached file, but there was no attachment.
Yes, always double check before you hit send.
Okay, let's show our listeners how these mistakes play out in a real situation. Imagine someone is applying for a job by email. I'll read a bad example first.
Hi, I want to apply for job. I have good skills and I hope you will hire me. Thanks.
Oh no, that's way too short, no details, very casual, and no attachments mentioned. This applicant would probably be ignored. Now, let's fix it. Subject: application for marketing assistant position, Sophie Williams. Dear hiring manager, I am writing to apply for the marketing assistant position that was advertised on your website. I recently graduated with a degree in business administration, and I have experience in digital marketing and content creation. Please find my CV and cover letter attached for your review. I would be delighted to discuss my application further in an interview. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. Kind regards, Sophie Williams.
Wow, that's such a big difference. It's polite, detailed, and professional, and it gives the employer a reason to take the applicant seriously.
Exactly. And notice how I didn't write an essay. It's still short and to the point, but it has all the key information.
Now, let's dig deeper into language choice. One of the biggest challenges for learners is knowing how to sound polite without sounding too weak.
Yes, in English, politeness often comes from using softening phrases. For example, instead of "send me the report," say, "Could you please send me the report?" Instead of "I need the file today," say, "I would appreciate it if you could send the file today." Instead of "give me more details," say, "Could you provide more details, please?"
Right. And notice the difference between imperatives, commands, and requests. Commands can sound rude, but requests sound respectful.
Exactly. And sometimes adding little phrases like "when you have a chance," "if possible," or "at your convenience" can make a big difference.
Right. Let me give two versions, and you tell me which one sounds more professional, Sophie. Version A, send me the schedule tomorrow. Version B, could you please send me the schedule by tomorrow?
Of course, version B. It's still clear, but much more polite.
Now, here's something really interesting. Email etiquette can actually vary across cultures.
Yes. For example, in the US and the UK, emails are often short, direct, but still polite. People don't like very long introductions.
But in some Asian countries, like Japan or Korea, emails might start with longer, polite greetings, showing respect and formality before getting to the point.
Exactly. And in some cultures, using titles like professor or doctor is extremely important. While in others, it's fine to just say, "Hi, Alex."
So the key is, when you're emailing internationally, try to research the culture a little. Or when in doubt, stay on the polite, informal side. All right, let's do another role play. Imagine a student is writing to a university professor. First, the bad example. Hey, I can't come to class. Tell me what I missed.
Oh dear, that's way too casual and a bit demanding. Now here's a better version. Subject: unable to attend class. Request for notes. Dear Professor Johnson, I hope this message finds you well. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend class on Tuesday due to a medical appointment. Could you please let me know if there will be any important materials or assignments I should review? Thank you very much for your understanding. Sincerely, Alex Carter.
That's so much better. Same situation, but the second email shows respect and responsibility.
Exactly. And professors, bosses, or anyone in authority will respond much more positively to the polite version.
So far, we've shown our listeners how to structure professional emails, avoid mistakes, and use polite language. But Sophie, here's a question. Are all professional emails supposed to be super formal?
Good question. The answer is not always. It depends on the context and your relationship with the person you're writing to.
Let's think of it as a spectrum. On one end, you have very formal emails, like writing to a professor, a government office, or applying for a job. On the other end, you have informal but still professional emails, like writing to a colleague you work with every day.
Yes, and the key difference is usually in the greeting, the word choice, and the closing. Formal example: Dear Dr. Smith, I am writing to inquire about. Sincerely. Informal but professional example, "Hi John, just wanted to check in about the project." Best.
Both are correct, but if you use the wrong one in the wrong situation, it can feel awkward.
Exactly. Imagine writing to your boss's boss with, "Hey Jude, what's up?" That would be a disaster.
Yes. So when in doubt, start more formal. If the other person replies in a more casual tone, then you can adjust.
All right, let's give our listeners some ready-to-use templates. Sophie, why don't you start with requesting information?
Subject: request for information regarding topic. Dear name, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to request information about specific topic. Could you please provide details regarding specific question? Thank you very much for your time and assistance. Kind regards, your name.
That's perfect. Now, let's do a follow-up email when someone hasn't replied.
Subject: follow up on previous email. Topic: Dear name, I wanted to kindly follow up on the email I sent on date regarding topic. I would greatly appreciate it if you could let me know your thoughts when you have a chance. Thank you again for your attention. Best regards, your name.
Nice. And here's one more, a thank you email.
Subject: thank you for your support. Dear name, I just wanted to express my gratitude for specific reason. Your support means a lot and I truly appreciate your time and effort. Warm regards, your name.
Okay, time for another role play. Imagine a customer is unhappy with a product they bought online. Here's the bad version first. "This product is bad. I want refund now. Very disappointed."
That's way too aggressive. It might make the company ignore you. Here's a more professional version. Subject: request for refund. Order number 12345. Dear customer service team, I recently purchased product name from your website on date. Unfortunately, the product arrived damaged and is not functioning properly. I would appreciate it if you could arrange for a refund or replacement at your earliest convenience. Please let me know if you need any additional information from my side. Thank you very much for your assistance. Sincerely, your name.
See, that's polite, respectful, but still firm, and it increases the chance of getting a quick solution.
Now, let's look at apology emails. Sometimes mistakes happen. We send the wrong file, miss a deadline, or forget to reply. The way you apologize can repair the relationship.
"Sorry, I forgot. Won't happen again."
That's too short and doesn't show responsibility. Here's a better version. Subject: apology for late submission of report. Dear Mr. Brown, I sincerely apologize for submitting the report later than the agreed deadline. Unfortunately, I encountered unexpected technical issues, but I take full responsibility for the delay. I have attached the completed report to this email, and I will make sure to prevent such issues in the future. Thank you very much for your patience and understanding. Kind regards, your name.
That's excellent. It shows accountability, offers an explanation without too many excuses, and provides the solution.
Okay, let's summarize some golden rules. Do's: use clear subject lines. Start with a polite greeting. Be concise and structured. Proofread before sending. Use polite requests instead of commands. Attach files correctly and mention them in the email. Don'ts: don't write emails like text messages. Don't use slang, abbreviations, or emojis. Don't be rude or too direct. Don't forget to include your name and signature. Don't send super long blocks of text.
Perfect. If our listeners just followed this list, they'll already be way ahead of most people.
Welcome back, everyone. We've covered a lot already: structure, mistakes, politeness, templates, complaints, and apologies. Now let's take things further with business situations. Yes, because in real professional life, you'll often need to schedule meetings, confirm arrangements, or even negotiate terms. Let's start with meeting requests. Subject: request for meeting, project update. Dear Ms. Taylor, I hope this message finds you well.
I would like to request a meeting to discuss the progress of Project X. Could we schedule a 30-minute call next week at your convenience? Please let me know which time works best for you. Best regards, your name. Another super important area is networking, writing to someone new, maybe for mentorship, partnership, or collaboration.
Subject, Introduction, Sophie Williams, English Language Trainer. Dear Mr. Anderson, I hope this email finds you well. My name is Sophie Williams, and I am an English language trainer with experience in corporate communication. I came across your profile on LinkedIn, and I greatly admire your work in international business development. I would love the opportunity to connect and explore potential collaboration. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you. Best regards, Sophie Williams.
That's brilliant. It's short, professional, and shows respect without being pushy.
Okay, time for another role play. Imagine you're a company representative and a customer has written a complaint. Here's a bad reply first. We can't help. Read the policy. Sorry.
That's terrible. The customer will never buy from you again. Here's a better version. Subject, response to your complaint. Order number 12345. Dear customer name, thank you for bringing this issue to our attention. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience you experienced with your recent order. We understand how frustrating this must have been, and we are committed to resolving the issue quickly. We would be happy to offer you a full refund or a replacement, whichever you prefer. Please confirm your choice, and we will process it immediately. Thank you for your patience and for giving us the chance to make this right. Sincerely, your name.
That's excellent customer service. Apology, empathy, and solution. All right, let's finish with the negotiation role play. Imagine you're negotiating the price of a service. Bad version first. Too expensive. Lower the price or I won't buy.
That's too aggressive. Now, here's a more professional version. Subject, discussion of service proposal. Dear Ms. Green, thank you for sending over the proposal for your services. We are very interested in working with you, but the current pricing is a bit above our budget. Would it be possible to discuss a discount or perhaps a smaller package that would fit within our range? We truly value your expertise and would love to find a solution that works for both sides. Kind regards, Alex Johnson.
That's perfect. It's respectful, clear, and still leaves room for a positive outcome.
Before we wrap up, let's give our listeners some power phrases they can use to sound more professional. Polite requests. I would appreciate it if you could. Would it be possible to? Could you kindly? Professional closings. Thank you for your time and consideration. I look forward to your response. Please let me know if you need any further information. Diplomatic language for difficult situations. Unfortunately, we are unable to, instead of just no. May I suggest an alternative, instead of rejecting directly? I understand your concern, and I will do my best to. Yes, and using these phrases can make your emails sound polished, confident, and respectful all at once.
All right, Sophie, we've covered a lot today. Why professional emails matter, common mistakes, structure, politeness, formal versus informal, complaints, apologies, networking, negotiations, and more.
Yes, and to our listeners, remember, your emails are a reflection of you. Every message you send builds your professional image. With the tools we've shared today, you'll be able to write emails that get results and also make people respect you.
So, to sum it up, always use a clear structure. Choose polite and professional language. Adjust formality based on the situation. Proofread before sending. And remember, politeness plus clarity equals success.
Beautifully said. And that wraps up episode 17 of the English Podcast Zone. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into writing professional emails.
Don't forget to subscribe, share this podcast with your friends, and practice the templates we shared today. And as always, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep growing in your English journey.
Together.
See you next time.